see if this is working.
It says I'm live.
It says I'm live.
So,
Hey,
So,
how do I
hello,
send the
live.
live
how
link?
do I see?
Usually I don't go live, I just pre record and then.
Yeah. Oh, I see the live link.
You see the live?
Oh, hang on. I got to turn. Now I'm hearing us a million times. Let me hold. Where's the mute button at?
Okay.
Okay, there we go. Wow, it's driving me nuts. So I think that layout looks okay, but if you wanted to make us our images even smaller, you could always put like a little line or something between our images to take up that dead space. You know what I mean? Like if you shrink the images, but then you put yours in the upper right corner and put mine in the lower right corner, there's going to be that gap between our feed.
If I did what? Sorry, I got a
So
phone call
if
and
you
it messed
if
me
you
up.
oh, it's fine. So I'm looking at this. I think this layout looks good, except of course we're covering up a good portion of the Bible verses. So you could set up another scene, I guess, where it just shows just the Bible verse when you're reading, and then you could have a scene where it comes back to the guest view. Or if you wanted to shrink down the video feed of our webcams, and like you put yourself in the upper right corner and me in the lower right corner, there would be a separation between our webcam feeds, so you would see the background bleeding through a little bit. So you could always put like a little graphic there to hide that separation if you wanted. Or you could do what you just did. That's good. Where you
Is
put
this working?
the window on the left side.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that works a lot better. Let me see how it looks on my feed from the guest view. Okay, so the guest view of the website is horrible, unfortunately.
How did you find that out?
How did you find that out?
The guest view?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I'm looking at YouTube and I'm seeing what the broadcast feed looks like, and
And it
text is
looks
pretty clear.
terrible.
I can read at midnight. The man was startled and turned over, and beheld a woman lay at his feet. But then, if I come over to the guest feed of that, oh, it's changed over to YouTube now.
Oh,
Can you
okay,
go back to the
because I
Bible?
went from. Yeah. Here we go.
Okay. So now that I'm looking at the guest view of that web page, I can see at midnight the man was startled and turned over, but it's very pixelated.
Why?
I don't know, but that's not necessarily a horrible problem if your guest has their own Bible feed pulled up or their own Bible with them.
But the whole point of
Um,
having the Bible up there is for the viewers, for the guests that are watching to be able to follow along with us.
for the guests, not the viewers on YouTube.
Oh, you're saying.
Correct.
Oh, okay. So the viewer feed looks good, but your feed as the guest is not good.
Yeah, and I don't know if there's a setting. I saw that you could adjust the resolution on your webcams, but I don't know if you have the same adjustments on whatever the source is. I'm assuming this is a window capture.
Yeah, it is. But it's under Notepad for some reason. I don't know why it says Notepad. Uh, what
So when
do
I
you know
go
what
to window
SDR
capture,
is?
there's no option to increase the website. I don't. I Google real quick.
Let's see what that is.
Where's
Now see if the guest
your
feed looks better.
on? Okay. Oh, did you just go ahead and click it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's standard definition. Wait, hold on. As far as does it look better? slightly better, but it's still not as good as the broadcast.
Okay, I have under capture method, I have automatic or bit by bit Windows 7 and up, or Windows 10 1903 and up. Should I just
I
pick
think
whatever?
automatic would select the proper one,
You would think.
but yeah, pick whatever window. If you have Windows 10, go with that one.
And let's see if that changes anything. How's that?
All right, let me know when it's.
So
It's the same.
It's the same.
Yeah, the guests option it's the same, but the feed going out on YouTube looks fine. Oh, come on, website.
That's so weird because it we're so close.
Yeah, it could just be an issue with Streamlabs with the link going through their website. Like they just force you into a lower resolution. I don't know if there's like a paid tier for Streamlabs and that would improve that, but it doesn't seem like there's any options to increase the resolution on it.
If I invited you on as a guest and said, let's go over this study, would you be able to do it? Like, would you be able to follow along as I scroll?
If you were reading it, I might be able to follow along. Well, are you scrolling right now?
No. Hold on. I can. Yeah.
Yeah, let me see if it'll scroll.
Like, it should be scrolling live. Is it not moving?
Yeah, it is on the YouTube broadcast, but it is not on my guest view.
Wow.
So I am wondering if this is a server thing dealing with Streamlabs. Let me see if your video is still frozen or not, because that kept happening.
Right.
No, your video, your webcam's still going. Let me pop this back into. Yeah, it's just completely frozen, the guest view of the verses.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I don't know why that keeps happening, other than if it's going out from Streamlabs to YouTube and I'm seeing everything update, then that's Streamlabs connecting to YouTube, and that's fine. So it seems like there's an issue with Streamlabs communicating to me. You know what I'm saying? Like our call is going through Streamlabs server, right, where the broadcast is going directly to YouTube. Correct. So it sounds like that's where the issue is between the Streamlabs server. I wonder if the workaround at this point is doing something like Zoom.
Yeah, I don't really know how to use Zoom either that well, and I really like the Streamlabs setup, the way I can make it look on the screen. I've done Zoom before, and it looked great, and then when I uploaded the video, we were like itty bitty tiny up in the top right hand corner.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I don't know why. Which was crazy because it was a great video.
Did you stop? Yeah. Did you stop the live broadcast?
Right now?
Yeah, did you?
No, we should still be broadcasting.
Oh, it froze on my computer. Let me see if it's going on my phone. Okay, it says it's live. Okay, well then it's just something on my computer. Like it stopped playing on my computer, but it's playing on my phone just fine.
That's weird. Is it scrolling on your phone?
Are you scrolling right now?
Yeah.
There's like a delay too, so
Right.
yeah, I see a scroll.
Okay. Hmm.
Well, we've solved some things, but not some other things.
Right. We've gotten really close, though, to being able to do this to where people out there can understand what we're doing. The only thing we've got to really figure out is how do we get you to see, to be able to read along with the same text I'm reading.
Yeah.
The only way I can think to do
And
that.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I wasn't trying to interrupt.
The only workaround I can think for that would be like if you were going to be on the show, you would download Logos also, and then you would be able to go through the ESV and the Faith Life Study Bible as well.
Yeah.
Because
yeah, you would have to get that.
access to the same exact program. You would just be able to follow along.
But is that a buy thing? Like, you don't want to make your guests buy that, right?
No, so like there's a free version of it, and you get the ESV. I'm pretty sure you get the ESV and the Faith Life Study Bible with the free version as well, I think.
Okay.
And
so that would be an option.
Yeah.
Sorting out what's going on with Streamlabs, I'll look into. The only reason I brought up Zoom was because I wondered if it was a way, if you had Zoom running like on your computer, but then you also had Streamlabs, but then you could use Streamlabs to bring in Zoom as a source. If there's a way to do that for now. But we're not having a problem with that. I'm sorry, my brain's not working. The only reason I was thinking about bringing Zoom in was because maybe you could display the Bible stuff and it wouldn't get so pixelated because Zoom is like a better software for communication like that. Because that's the only reason we need to bring it in at this point. Because right now the video feeds are working fine with Streamlabs.
Right.
Okay, I got to turn the feed off because it's like 5 minutes or 5 seconds behind us. So I guess either they download the software for now, or we try to do the Zoom thing. And I think we've got it in a pretty good place right now. If they can just download it for free, that's the way to go.
Yeah, and we can try a Zoom thing another day if you wanted. Like, we don't have to get it 100% today. We got it pretty much set. Like,
yeah. Now, do you think you're going to do something where you're going to play like videos in the future that somebody might want to react to?
I don't know, man. Like, I've thought of that, and I can foresee a time when that's going to happen, but for right now, I kind of just want to stick with Bible.
Okay, so then this is all good. You could probably do this with a guest, like right now, if you had them download Logos.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and honestly, I think everybody should have Logos anyway, at least the free version, because the Faith Life Study Bible that links to and scrolls simultaneously with the ESV or the NIV, whatever you link set it to, like the fact that it scrolls simultaneously and you can go back and forth, it's just a game changer when it comes to studying.
Is that like the Bible app where you can put the two versions side by side?
Yeah, only so you should be able to see it here. Well, actually, I don't know if you can. You'd probably have to look at the live stream.
Yeah, but the live stream is the web browser Logos.
Is what?
I think what's on the live stream is the web browser, not Logos.
Right, but I have Logos pulled up, the Logos web app pulled up in the web browser.
Okay.
So
Well, yeah, I don't see the side by side of it right now, but
not yet. This is a different layout. So give me just a second.
okay.
A second.
One other thing too is I don't know if when you have a guest, if you can do headphones because I'm hearing myself echo constantly.
You are?
You are?
Yeah, because it's coming through your speakers and going right back into your microphone.
Oh, I see. Oh, wow, that was bad.
So either it would have to be like headphones, or I don't know if you could use the noise gate setting filter in Streamlabs to help filter out my audio coming through the speakers, but that might be kind of hard. The headphones might just be the easiest option.
So I should use headphones, or what do you mean?
Yeah, at least when you have a guest, you'll want to use headphones. If you're just going on and doing your own thing, just a Bible study in the morning, you don't need to do the headphones. But with a guest, all of my audio is going from your computer speakers right back into your mic, and then I'm hearing a slight, like 1 second delay of everything I'm saying.
Okay. I see. So, and then I would have to
Jonah.
figure that out. Greek, Hebrew, Aramaic. Sorry, I'm trying to pull up the Faith Life and then link set it for you so you can see. I had it. See, I got it all set up on the desktop app I have, but I didn't have it.
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah.
have it set up on the web app yet. Let's go Bible. Go Faith Life. Why isn't it? Close this.
Jonah.
Come on. I don't know why I don't have the plus thing to add.
I don't have the plus thing to add.
Here it is.
There it is.
No, I don't need that. I just need to.
No, I don't need that. I just need the.
I'm getting aggravated.
I was just asking. I was just asking if you're still out there watching that storm. Like, what's going on? I was talking to Jonah.
You just got louder.
Because I'm right on the mic.
Very nice. All right, so.
Oh, I wish I could figure out why the resolution is so horrible on my guest feed.
So link set A to A. So now I'm in Esther 4:1, and that means I'm on Esther 4:1 with the Faith Life Study Bible. So you have to toggle back and forth, but it like scrolls with. Now, what I can do,
I got you. So it's not side by side, but it allows you to just see what the other version says without you having to go back to where you were.
correct. And if I wanted to do side by side, I can. I can do that and then just drag this over to here. And it should remain linked set. There. Do you see how it's
And I'll see it when the
now?
YouTube update. I'm about 10 seconds behind on YouTube. Let me see when it pops up. Okay, maybe more than 10 seconds, but it's catching up.
And I'll show you why this is so great. I'm going to arrow up to 3. And this is something that really excited me today when I was studying here in Esther 3. I'll wait for it to catch up too.
All right. I'll let you know. Wow, Streamlabs Collab Cam extends support for up to 11 guests.
Yeah, if you buy the paid version. I think I can only have one.
So I wonder if that would... I wonder if the paid version of Streamlabs would help with all the resolution stuff, because that's like in Discord. Whenever I share my screen, it's only like, I don't know if it's 480p or 720. But Kevin, he pays for Discord and he can stream at like full HD.
Really? I wonder if there's a way to tell how like, I'm streaming. Like at what level?
I don't know. I guess you'd have to go to Streamlabs and log in. Like go to their website and log in and see what you're at.
I'll see what it says.
In fact, maybe I can just find out without having to log in.
But like what I was saying is here in it, are you caught up to that?
Yeah, it looks like a side by side window
of the different verses.
Yeah, let's see. When Mordecai learned all that he had been done, Mordecai tore his clothes. Yeah, I can read it.
I'm on verse 1 of chapter 3. After these things, King Ahasuerus promoted Haman to the Agagite, or promoted Haman the Agagite, the son of Hammedatha, or however you say his name. Is that where you're at?
No, because I'm still experiencing delay. You're just now scrolling up to chapter 3 on the YouTube feed.
Oh, okay. So
hold on. Almost there. Chapter 3, verse 7.
I wonder why there's such a delay.
That's just normal, I think. We have that same thing when we do our broadcast with the podcast.
But it doesn't act all funny like with the like the voices line up with the stream, right? Like with the screen.
Yeah, it'll come out. There's no like delay with your audio versus the video, unless there's some kind of like we keep having that problem with Desiree because she's on an iPad right now, and so she always robots out and has issues with stuttering. But no, generally it's fine.
Okay. Yeah, so like here's one of the things I like. You should be there. Are you there yet?
Yeah.
So, like where it says, after these things, King Ahasuerus promoted Haman the Agagite, the son of Hammedatha. I'm just going to say the son of Medea.
Works.
And advanced him and set his throne above the officials who were with him. So basically, the story goes: this king, which is actually like King Xerxes, like from the 300, right?
Yeah.
So like this king promotes Haman, and they call Haman the Agagite. And I'm like, okay, is there a country like named Agag or something like that? Like, what the heck is going on here? Well, if you look at the Faith Life Study Bible on the right, it says Agagite, a derogatory title that the Hebrew text uses to affiliate Haman with Agag, the Amalekite king. Agag was the enemy of Israel because of the Amalekites' attack on the Israelites when they were journeying through the Promised Land. So here's the thing. Haman gets elevated to this high point, and this guy Mordecai is like, I ain't bowing down. Like, I know the king said you gotta bow down, but I ain't gonna bow down. And I'm thinking, okay, one, why? Like, that's the king, right? Like, you gotta kind of do it.
Yeah.
And then Haman finds out about this, like, finds out Mordecai's not doing it, and he's like, okay, so this Jewish guy isn't going to bow down to me, so I'm going to kill every Jew. Every one of them. Wipe them all off the face of the earth. And I thought to myself, like, that's quite the leap. Right? Like,
Yeah.
like, what is going on here? Like, why is he trying to kill every... That would be like, okay, this one black person made me mad, so death to all black people.
Yeah. No, I mean, you see like the other Jews too that are bowing down, like, hey, what? I'm bowing.
And I'm just like, I didn't understand it. Like, well, here's the thing. The Amalekites weren't even supposed to exist anymore because if you keep reading down here in the Faith Life Study Bible, it takes you back to 1 Samuel chapter 15 where Saul was supposed to kill them. Like, all of them. He was supposed to wipe everybody out. Man, woman, child, kill them all. They were evil and they couldn't be allowed to live. Right? And he let but in Exodus, like it tells us in Exodus and chapter 15, 2 and 3, like there's evidence that some had escaped or that there was some out there still. And so he's calling this guy Haman an Agagite as a derogatory term because of the ancient king of the Amalekites, Agag. Does that make sense?
So this is, yeah. So this is like, it's not like this guy wouldn't bow down to him, so he's going to kill everybody. He's always wanted to kill everybody, and so he's just using this as a reason.
Correct. Like this gives him the excuse.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, and it cleared everything up. Like, but I was reading it at first, and I'm like, this makes no sense at all. And but like the Faith Life Study Bible just lays it out so plainly, and I think it's neat that it connects all the dots, or a lot of the dots for me.
Yeah. No, that is very cool.
So it's honestly, for anybody who studies on end, I think they should just have it. I think
I'll definitely download it.
Anyway, especially since there's a free version. I bought the $50 version, and I get like a free ebook every month. A free ebook, a free audiobook, and something else.
So they give you way more than, like, you get a lot more for your money.
Yeah, so like I paid $50 one time, and I've already gotten a pretty extensive library. And then I've...
Oh, now you're like Steph. You got all these books that you can never read.
What's that?
I said you're starting to sound like Steph. You get like more books than you'll ever be able to read.
Oh, absolutely. But the cool thing is, like if I open them up and read them in Logos, it connects to all the commentaries. It connects to all the Bible versions. and it'll lay it out side by side so I can just research it. So that makes it super simple. Dude, this is awesome.
Where did
We
it
actually got it to where like it's so much more workable now.
Yeah. I'm glad we were able to make some headway. And then you can go ahead and maybe do this sooner, and then we can troubleshoot some of the other stuff to improve it in the future.
Yeah.
You know, another this helps. Geez, my brain is gone. Another option too is I've popped out your video feed, and if for some reason the person doesn't download the logo software or something, they can just pull up the Bible verses on whatever thing they want. Let me show you what I did, because this is so confusing and my brain sinks right now. I don't know why they wouldn't download it, but
right.
I
almost never like doing things. People say, "Hey, can you help me with this?" But you have to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, just whatever makes it easier on your guest.
Right.
Okay. So what I did was the Streamlabs window, I popped out your webcam feed and I put it up top near my webcam. And then the background, I can pull up whatever website, Bible verse stuff I want to still watch what you're, or at least be able to follow along. Maybe I don't have logos, but I've got the Bible verse pulled up on Bible Gateway or something.
Right. Yeah.
And I can read it there.
Right on. Yeah, because you don't need to see what's that. You just need to be able to follow along.
Yeah.
Awesome. Dude, thank you so much.
Cool, right? Yeah, I'm glad to help, and I can't wait to see your first guest video after this.
Yeah, you might be on. Well, technically you are on.
I am on. This Yahoo just...
And everybody else is watching us trying to fumble around this and going, dude, I could have done this for you in like 3 seconds.
I know. This is why like when
know what they're doing. Dude,
well, no, this is like so on the farm here, Steph's like, hey, we need to like video this stuff and put it up on YouTube. And then later on we'll be watching somebody else do something and she'll be like, you don't know what you're doing that wrong. And I'm like, yeah, that's my biggest fear about putting videos out there is people are gonna be like, wow, look at this idiot. Right. And I like chose to put it out for the world to ridicule.
Correct. That's funny.
So no, yeah, that'd be fun too. So
yeah, we'll do that. I'm trying to figure out what is going to be my next series. Like what book?
We've just been going at church. Joe was going through Genesis. He basically got almost all the way through Genesis. And then when Easter hit, he jumped around and did one of those topical sermons.
Right. Yeah, we did Genesis. I didn't do
but
Genesis
that's been
on the Bible Noter channel, but we did Genesis as a small group a while back. That's a lot to get through.
Yeah, and it's weird. Like that's why I've been wanting to just read the Bible straight through from beginning to end, because there's all these old stories that I'm familiar with, but I had no context for how they happened historically. Right. And so when I would get through like the first part of Genesis, I'd be like, okay, I remember this, and then I would get to this next story. Then I'm like, okay, I remember this, but I had no idea the significance of it in relation to that story.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and getting that context is so pivotal to understanding what to do with it. It's a matter of knowing this stuff informationally and actually knowing what to do with it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and it makes total sense. And it's like stories that I've heard my whole life. Like you think you know, and then you realize you don't know anything about it. And then when you realize that and you start digging deeper, you realize you're probably never going to figure it all out because there's always something new to learn from the same stuff you've read over and over again your entire life.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the cool thing about the Bible, though, is like if you could figure it all out, even in context, every bit of it, like, would it stop being effective?
What, like if you thought you had learned everything?
Like, if you got to the point where you legitimately have learned everything and understand all of it in context correctly, like at that point, would it stop meaning as much to you?
Gosh, I don't know. That's hard because like if we play with the hypothetical that you did know everything, I don't know. Like I would think that you would end up stumbling and falling because like now you just think you're a big know-it-all. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it would take the mystery of the search away. And so, like, you would not. I think the search of it is what helps us get closer to God more than the knowledge.
Yeah, like you're never meant to truly. It's humanly impossible for you to understand everything, and so it's the whole idea of it's the climb is the important part of the journey.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes total sense to me. Like I think about so I mean I'd love space exploration my whole life. I'd get those science magazines and they would they'd say, hey, this new discovery scientists are talking about, but we only have this one answer and it reveals a whole bunch of other questions. And I always hated that because I'm like, what? I want to know. But the minute you know it all, it totally feels like you just be bored with it. And then like, okay, well, what's the point now?
Right. Yeah, I think it would take away. I think it might even take away from your desire to get closer to God because you know everything in the Bible, know everything in His Word.
Yeah, well, you know me, I'm big Star Trek fan, and in Star Trek they have the omnipotent race, the Q, and they even do an episode in there where they talk about how they are so bored with their existence now because they've seen everything and they've done everything and they've become very lethargic and they don't want to do anything else. A lot of them just stand around wasting their time. And so, yeah, I mean, that hunger really drives you along with suffering to want to dig deep in the word.
Yeah. Interesting.
It's interesting and it's like it kind of sucks too. Like why are we that way? Why does it take that pain? You know what I mean?
Why does it take the pain of suffering?
Like why? Like obviously it does, and you grow from suffering. But it's almost like when you're talking to your kid, and you're like, "Hey, learn from my mistakes," and then they have to learn the hard way. You're just like, "But you could have learned from listening to me."
Right. Yeah.
So it's just, it's just the human nature, I guess.
Yeah, I think it is.
Oh, we're so dumb.
No, I think. Yeah, I think the whole point is to propel us closer to Jesus. Like, that's all of it. Like, it's why we
Yeah.
have to suffer to learn. I think it's why we will never understand everything about the Bible. I think it's why the Bible is vague in some spots. Because if we really could, like you said, we get super puffed up. I know I would. I would be very arrogant and judgmental, probably, if I knew everything about the Bible. Even if I didn't understand it all in context and simply had it memorized, I think I would get very prideful.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was kind of along the same lines. I was talking about like if I ever won the lottery, I would just be the meanest, rudest person because I don't have to take anybody's crap anymore. And like why are you talking so yeah, I mean I could see the same thing like biblically. Like you would think after you know everything in the Bible that you would see Jesus' way is the way, kindness and compassion, and all, unending forgiveness. But it's one thing to acquire that knowledge. It's a far different thing to have that mentality and that attitude of Jesus. And I just am frankly amazed, that he could forgive Judas for betraying him. And it's just like, okay, well, I know that's the key, but can I do it?
Yeah. And not only like past tense forgive him, like after the fact, but like he knew all this time leading into it that Judas was going to stab him in the back.
Yeah.
Like,
so it's just crazy to me that yeah. And so being able to read and say like, I know everything in the Bible now, I could totally see somebody doing that. Like, yeah, I know it all, but I'm going to be arrogant about it.
mm-hmm. Yeah. It's
And then I guess that's when God would come.
The love and heart behind it.
Yeah, and because of that, that's when God's going to let you get tripped up and suffer, and that's when you learn. So,
yep.
There we are again.
Circle of life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cuz.
I get knocked down, but I get up again.
That's right. All right, man.
All right, well.
I'm going to hop off here. I got to go to the bathroom and get some sleep before work tomorrow.
Sounds good, man.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much again for
figuring
this
See
out
ya.
for me.
Yeah, no problem. We'll troubleshoot the other stuff and get it all ship shape in the future.
That'll work.